reviewer. You review it, I review you. This is my partner, Mr. It. Today we're going to be taking a look at Theme Snark's video on Charlie's Top 10 Happy Haunts.
How did it get to garner such notoriety? Well, join me on this 50-part retrospective.
Actually, the history of the mansion and its residents, both real and story-wise, are so vast, you probably could do that.
As we dive deep. Okay, so it turns out that we ran out of time due to procrastination.
Procrastination, the fall of creation. I wanted to write more for this song, but I waited for far too long.
Top 10 happy haunts. There, we can do that. Whew, we can make that one video.
We could. Or...
Rule number 1.
we can't kill anybody?
California only, meaning no Florida, Tokyo, or the Manors, Phantom or Mystic.
Does Mystic Manor even really count to begin with? I mean, sure, it's a pretty foreboding-looking place, but it doesn't have anything to do with the Haunted Mansion concept. If anything, it's more of an enchanted chateau.
Rule number 2. The Halloween Town variant is also off-limits, because if I included it, the haunted teddy bear would take up all the slots. Even though there's only like 4 of them on the ride. You figure that out.
Logic matters not to the vampire teddy bear.
And no animals of any kind. I'm sorry, Raven fans.
Huh. Usually when people say that, they're talking about Teen Titans.
Good. Now, as we say, look alive, and we'll begin our little list.
He is pretty damn good at sounding sinister.
As shown in the famous mirror effect. Unlike Florida's weirdly proportioned CGI effect.
At least they're having fun with it.
I don't know. I used to like it. Now it's just kind of weird. It's not Cats weird, but...
Nothing could be Cats weird.
Still, no matter which one follows you home, they're a nice little cherry on top of your journey on a doom buggy. Oh my god, I think I just got that pun.
I just find it weird that actual dune buggies are older than this ride.
Thank you, future me! Me too.
Never edit on an empty stomach. Or film. Really don't do anything on an empty stomach, it's not good for your health.
Just a smidge before the bus, you come across a quintet of questionable characters.
If Crafty can get away with starting the word closet with a Q, then I think we can let this slide.
Finally, one that actually scares me.
You want to be scared?
Constance.
Ah yes, she scares us all.
Will you hold it down? I am trying to use the quill!
The bride herself. No, not that bride.
I mean, they both kill people. And Uma Thurman wouldn't be a bad choice to play Constance.
Her ominous setup being marked by the mountains of gifts from her many bridal showers.
You would think those would have fewer and fewer guests after, like, wedding 3.
As well as portraits with her many husbands. All whose heads go missing.
Meh, it's not a wedding unless someone loses their head.
Honey, can I ask you a question?
I get the feeling she would do that on purpose.
Where do I put this head?
This video is partially sponsored by our lovely supporters on Patreon.
I mean, you can't let a good ending like that go to waste. Even if it's midway through the video.
Anyway, he's part of the duo in the graveyard comprised of himself and the mummy.
Isn't that supposed to be the groundskeeper? You know, just post-mortem?
Am I allowed to show this?
I legitimately don't know how to feel about that gag. I mean, it's clever, but it's also fucked up.
But everyone quotes him anyway, so getting to actually hear him is more of a novelty nowadays.
Guilty.
Freaking death! The Grim Reaper himself is a resident of the mansion.
Nah, it's just a summer home.
This guy under the dining room table.
Huh. I never noticed that guy. And keep in mind, I found the hidden Mickeys in both versions of California's mansion.
I could do an entire episode on this guy. Don't tempt me.
Come on, Charlie. Give in to your desire to analyze and explore the history of a beloved character.
If you would like to see more videos, there'll be links on screen and the space below.
I freaking love that ending song. And also this video.
A fun, if brief, look into some of the most memorable aspects of California's Haunted Mansion, and a great way to celebrate the attraction's 50th.
Which, by the way, was 2 years ago, back when the original video came out. Now the other coast is celebrating a 50th. I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you.
Man, get a load of that wind.
Me. Me.
Looks like an elemental issue. Haven't seen one of these since the fire elementals left Pompeii.
A what issue?
You know, elementals. Heralds of the four elements? This is basic stuff. Didn't Roland go over this with you in your magic lessons?
Let's say, for the sake of argument, that he didn't. What do elementals have to do with what's going on out there?
Well, an elemental's presence in an area keeps their respective element from going haywire. Since we are the only ones that live in this dimensional space, I imagine there aren't any elementals here to keep things in check.
Me.
Well, fortunately we have elementals for the other three. As an earth giant, Amber takes care of the earth. As a deity of flame, Lucina covers fire. And our new arrival here is a water nymph. Thus, water is spoken for.
So what you're saying is we need to find a wind elemental.
Would probably be a good idea, yes.
Me.
I'm no expert, but I expect a series of tornadoes and the like tearing everything to pieces.
Yeah, I don't feel like relocating to Oz. Where can we find an elemental?
Anywhere, really. You just need to find someone with a natural magic affinity to wind. The tricky part is getting one to agree to settling down here.
Actually, I believe I know just the person. I fear we may need to help her out with a little issue, but I see no other reason for her to refuse.
Perfect. You can take me in it to meet her.
Actually, she is currently in a place that is very strictly women only.
So we can't come?
Me.
What do you... Oh... Yeah, not happening.
Very well, if you wish to have this lovely dorm of yours torn asunder, I understand.
Ugh, damn it. Fine. When do we leave?
We shall leave immediately. Just allow me to prepare a few things. Are you ready to go, milady?
Don't call me that, and yes.
Me too.
What is she doing here?
What? I told everyone we were leaving, and Pamela insisted on coming with. She is a girl, so she should have no problem coming, right?
Of course, the more the merrier. Listen up. Don't think for a second that I don't know what you're doing.
Whatever do you mean?
I was to use this opportunity to sweep my beloved off her feet.
Well, that's too bad, because he's already spoken for.
We'll see about that.
Hey, are we going or what?
Coming!